What's good, everybody? This is Noah G Collecting, and today we are going over the new solicitation for the Monsterarts Godzilla -0. Hey man, I gotta stand up for this, man. Round of applause. Round of applause. The floodgates are open. We just got the movie Monster Series figure like what, 2-3 days ago? And now we got the Monsterarts. Let's get into it, man. I'm hyped for this. I've been waiting for this, dude. I've been waiting for this. Alright. Now, I briefly looked over these, but I haven't like zoomed in and looked at all the pictures, so hey, we're about to get into it. Price, 14,850 yen. Now, when you go to Michael's beautiful The Articulation Series website, you go over to Godzilla, the Ride, Great Clash, and he is 14,850 yen. $150 US. That's probably what it's gonna come out to, around that price, right? So not bad, honestly. Like, I know that's kind of expensive for just a base Godzilla, but it's the new -0. I'm pretty sure -1 was a little expensive when it came out. I think it was like 130, 140. So pre-order period the 21st, 5 days from now, and is releasing in November 2026, right? Now yep. Oh yeah. Look at this. Yes, sir. It looks so sharp, right? And you can tell, the differences we saw in the movie Monster Series figure. You can see it here. He's much more slim. He's got the little neck frills right there, right? And obviously the dorsal plates, he's got the little tall one in the back. Now, what's interesting to note is he has this little red dry brushing on the front. Now, the Godzilla the Ride Great Clash, that figure had that little red on the front of it. So I wonder, I'm assuming it's kind of present in the movie. So I guess we'll have to see about that. But man, hey, Monsterarts, they do really good with their solicitations. Their figures look, just to die for. Just to die for. Now, yes, the figure's going to look a little different when it comes out. It won't look as pristine and perfect as this, right? But, hey, we're reacting to the solicitation, right? So let's go to the next one. It's the head-on shot, right? And they always make the eyes look really good. This isn't like the greatest quality zoomed in, but right? Yeah, and you can see a lot of that red dry brushing. It's on the main body. I think it's on the shoulders a little bit, and it's also towards his feet right here, which is interesting. Yep, and then here's the side view. We get a really good look at the tall dorsal plate in the back, and then we also get a look at those really just beefy dorsal plates on the side here just jutting out. That's interesting. And then obviously we see a little Thagomizer in the back, right? This looks really good. I wonder if the articulation will have improved from -1. I assume so. It's been, man, it's been 3 years since that movie? Wow. So yeah, 3 years since that figure released. I'm sure the articulation will have improved for this. Yeah, this looks good. Phenomenal. Yep. And obviously we see the golden light in the background. Come on, we know, right? It's no secret anymore. But yeah, this guy looks great. And I like the webbing on the mouth. The mouth looks really good. Now, obviously, in all these solicitations with almost every Godzilla, the teeth are always done up like perfectly, right? Because I'm pretty sure the solicitation photos for a lot of these figures are hand painted by the sculptor. So that's why it looks like perfect, right? So I'm sure when we get copies rolling out, it's not going to look as perfect as this. But if it can get close, I'll take it, right? I'll take it. Now, the unfortunate part, I will say already that I'm seeing, are the neck frills, right? And that's kind of the issue with doing the neck frills. Because you have the articulation in the middle of the neck, you're gonna break up that neck frill. Now, obviously, the remedy to this is just to move the head, or just move both pieces of the neck. Although I don't know if this part will move. I think it's just gonna be the head and this part of the neck. But yeah, so I think, me personally, I mean, I'm probably just gonna either turn the body or turn the head to make it look a certain way or direction, because I don't like the way the neck feels break up. Like that just doesn't look good to me. But you know, articulation, that's the focus. So yep. And then there's that back shot. And again, you see those massive dorsal spikes in the back. That's insane. And you can kind of see a little bit of red on this little dorsal plate right here, but look at that. Yeah, this looks really good. Man, I was expecting this. I didn't expect it tonight, though. I didn't expect it on a random Thursday night. Oh, yeah. Man. Man. Yeah. And then there's that action shot. They recreated him emerging from the water in the teaser. Yeah, it looks good. Now, I did want to compare the SH Monsterarts -1 to this new -0 figure, because it's nice to see the design is different enough to where you can really tell the difference from a good distance away, right? You don't have to really squint and look. It's there. And the paint apps are different too. They might not be as noticeable, but you know, when you look at the figures kind of close, you can tell the paint apps are different. So head on, right, you can obviously tell the face has a much different look to it, you know, much more narrow, right? This one's a little more rounded. And, you know, obviously you can see that full paint application difference. This has that yellowish brown, this one has the red. Now, on the Godzilla the Ride Great Clash figure, it had that red because the Godzilla in that ride had the red hints to it. So I wonder if we're actually going to see that red in the movie, right? Then obviously the legs, you know, fearsome Godzilla has evolved, am I right? Much more slim. So I wonder if the articulation will be able to have more range because of that. And yeah, and then obviously you can tell the neck frills, you know. Now on this guy, you can there's a bit of a hint of a neck frill. And over here it's there, right? So moving on to the kind of diagonal shot here. Yeah. Now the little pelvic area here, this is much more wide and this is much more like concentrated right here, the scaling at least. And yeah, he's a lot more thin in the waist too, you can tell here. Like this man kind of, you know, he's got a bit of gut to him. This guy's much more slimmed down. And what's interesting to note is on the new one, you see this different scaling on the legs that's not present on the -1. So that's also interesting to see. Kind of looks like armor a bit. You know, it would make sense since he's fighting another monster. That is. But yeah. And then his little elbow spikes are much more sharp and pronounced than this guy, right? There's like a little nub. These are like just jagged. Yeah. And then obviously the shoulder spikes. Right. So moving on to a side-by-side. Now I will say, I do prefer -1's dorsal plates. You know, just the design, right? Overall. They're much more uniform, and I kind of like the way they look. Now, granted, nobody's seen -0 yet, so maybe the design will grow on me, but I still prefer -1's. You know, these are much more angled downward, kind of like Godzilla evolved. And obviously, the dorsal spikes and plates are much more abundant on his tail than they are on -1's. So that's really interesting to see. And yeah, that little elbow spike is much sharper than this one, it looks like. So yeah. And then you can see a little bit of that red paint on the feet here, and also on a little bit on the dorsal plates as well. Right. And also that articulation cut right under the arm, that's I'm not sure. I don't think that's there. And if it is here, it's not super noticeable, or like doesn't have much of an effect. So I feel like this figure will have a much better articulation engineering scheme. So that's good to see. Moving on to this. Now I saved this because again, the legs, right? But -1 doesn't really have any webbing in his mouth. He has like a little sliver of it, right? But then you go to -0 and he's like, whoa, right? He's got a lot of webbing there. So that's interesting. I didn't notice that difference. from any of the promotional shots or the movie Monster Series figure. But side by side, the Monsterarts comparison, yeah, this one has much more webbing than that. So, yep. And there's that back shot comparison. Yeah, really good. You can get a much better look at those really beefy spikes jutting out on his tail. Right, they're very apparent here. I do like that. It looks cool. I do like that, and obviously the Thagomizer is great. So, yeah. Now, I just wanted to add this in here. I just saw this pop up while I was recording. They added a display for the -0 figure at the Tamashii Nations Expo 2026, and this looks really cool. But it's interesting because when you get a good zoom in here, that red paint, the red dry brushing we saw, it doesn't really look apparent here. Like I could kind of maybe see it right here and like a little there, but it's not really, you don't really see it on the bottom towards his feet either. You don't really see it. So that's interesting. Now, obviously, the prototype for this and the solicitation were painted specifically for these things. So obviously mass production is going to look a little different. I know a lot of people had an issue with -1's paint job, specifically his face for the most part. It was done kind of poorly on some people's copies. So hopefully they get that under control this time. But yeah, I just felt like adding this because, yeah, this is interesting to see. I wonder if that red dry brushing will stick or if it's going to look more like this than the solicitation. Well, that's it from me. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you're picking this guy up as soon as he drops. Hey, that pre-order link comes, I'm on it. I'm on it, man. I'm on it. July 21st cannot come sooner. This movie can't come sooner, man. It's like the hype is just so. I thought I was hyped for -1 back when it was coming out. No, I'm more hyped for this. It's just the hype levels are unbound. They're just blown through the ceiling. But yeah, anyways, take it easy, G fans.